Hello everyone and welcome back. Happy Wednesday evening. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the Baker Act and a really interesting question that was asked me by a dad actually. I just got his son released from a Baker Act facility. We got him out within 24 hours. But the dad called me after the fact. Of course he's very grateful that we got him out. But he said to me, could my son get Baker Acted again for the same thing? And truthfully, I said to him, I said, no one's ever asked me that question. But my personal sort of opinion and feeling was that is, I can't imagine that would ever actually happen. And here's why: because obviously the conduct has already happened. He's been taken, he's been assessed, and he's been released. Now, could somebody like a clinician issue a professional certificate and make allegations based on the same conduct and fail to disclose that the son had already been Baker Acted? I guess in theory that could happen. They could just flat out lie. I can't imagine any clinician would be silly enough and reckless enough to actually risk losing their license, because obviously the professional certificate, which is what allows law enforcement to take a patient, once a clinician says they meet criteria, I mean, that's a sworn document. So if the clinician is silly enough to basically lie, I can't imagine that they're going to keep their license. I mean, I would imagine that, they get disciplined for that and they'd have their ticket pulled. But I think more importantly, and I said this to Dad, is that this, just because you've been Baker Acted once and you've been assessed and released, doesn't mean it couldn't happen again. I mean, we get calls all the time from people who've been Baker Acted once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I mean, sometimes even more. And as I said to the Dad, listen, it only takes 2 things to get you Baker Acted: a finger and someone who's willing to point it, right? Whether that's somebody who goes to the courthouse or calls the police or a clinician who issues the professional certificate. That's it. A finger and someone who points it. And so while I don't think you're going to get Baker Acted twice for the same conduct, you could always get Baker Acted for future conduct, different conduct, new conduct. And so that's why if you are someone who is suffering, listen, get help. I mean, we have just a ton of resources. I'm happy to share them with you. If you are a family who has a loved one who has a mental health issue, get them help. Because what will happen is, when you get Baker Acted multiple times, at some point, you're going to end up in a state hospital. It's just a matter of time. At some point, a judge is going to look at this and say, you know what? This is the 4th time, the 5th time, whatever it is, you're getting worse, you're not getting help, and sorry, we're just not going to let you go home. This cannot continue, and so we're going to detain you for an extended period of time, potentially up to 6 months, and you're going to a state hospital, and that's it. And that's what happens. So I would encourage you, if you have a loved one with issues, do the best thing you can to get them some help. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I just get all these interesting questions asked, and I love sharing them with you. And more than that, I love giving you this information so that you can decide if you even need to pick up the phone to me. And so if you've got questions, send them to me. I mean, I'm all over the internet at this point. I'm happy to chat with you. And thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.